Welcome to FCPS All-Stars. Our guest today is Beth Waskey, third grade teacher at Tuscarora Elementary School. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Beth, how long have you been in FCPS?
I have taught in FCPS for 27 years. I have had students of students now, their children, so yes.
How does it feel to have that happen?
It was a little odd the first time I went, I know that name. And it was the dad and not the student.
Okay. So you've probably had a lot of special days in your classes over these years, but there was one very special day. Would you mind sharing that with us?
My boyfriend at the time was going to come be a guest reader in my classroom.
Okay.
I had talked about my kids and the fun stuff that they were doing, and he wanted to meet them. So I thought he was coming in to read them a story. But instead, he arrived and he came in the door to my classroom and he sat me down in the first chair. It was Gino Pizzi's chair, I'll never forget it. And he got down on one knee and asked me to marry him in front of all of my second graders.
Aww.
Yes, they were very excited. They all went home and told their mom and dad that we got married at school. We had to send an email saying, yes, Mr. Waskey proposed to Mrs. Leopold, and this is what happened. So we invited that class that was there to witness our engagement and the next class, because that's when we got married, to the wedding ceremony.
Did they really come?
Most of them did come. They sat in the balcony with their parents.
Really?
Yes. One of the little boys went by me twice. I was standing in the hallway and he went by me twice, and it wasn't until I spoke to him and he heard my voice that he recognized who I was.
Oh.
So.
Do you and your husband have any children of your own?
We have two. Both are redheads. Catherine is a third grader at Middletown Elementary.
Okay.
And her sister Abigail is a kindergartner at Middletown Primary.
How did you decide you wanted to play handbells of all instruments?
I actually didn't until I was almost 30. I saw them in church and they were so pretty sounding, and I was looking to meet some other people, new people, grown-ups, and they invited me to come try it out. I had played clarinet in the Frederick High School band,
okay,
and
so you had a background.
So I read music, and I decided that I loved it, and they had an opening, and the rest is history.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, are they hard to play?
Well, I brought a few along if you want to be the judge of how hard they are to play.
I always see a lot of people for handbells. Are you responsible just for one note? Like you have to listen for your note the whole time, or do you play a number of notes?
You read the music, of course. Usually you are responsible for two main notes. For me, it's the C above middle C and the D above middle C. And then you're also responsible for the sharps and flats that go along with it. Now, in addition, for the smaller bells, you also do what's called Shelley ringing. So you play two bells at once in each hand.
That sounds like you need some coordination.
No, it just takes practice. It's like most things. If you concentrate and set your goals and practice, you can achieve it, because I am not a coordinated person.
Okay. Well, what's the first thing I need to do?
The first thing you need to know is the bells will tarnish, so you have to take good care of them, and you need to put on gloves. So.
Okay. So, and you brought some gloves for me?
Yes, I brought some gloves.
Okay. And, I mean, this big one looks pretty heavy. I mean,
I brought along, so you could see a range. The bells choir that I am in, it's 5 octaves, and this is the largest bell. So you can see its diameter is pretty big, and it's pretty heavy.
I think I need to like get buff before I try to play that bell.
and it has a very deep sound. Oftentimes it's played with a mallet and stays on the table. If you like to see how heavy it is.
Okay. Oh yeah. So if I do 5 of these,
it counts
I
as
think
going
it'll
to
help
the
my
gym.
summer arms.
Yes.
Wow, that's neat.
And then this is the itty bitty bell. So that's the smallest bell we
And
have.
how does that one sound?
So it's very high pitched.
Sounds like an angel got its wings.
Yes, that's that kind of bell. So
Okay.
very, very light.
So do you just play, or is there any other involvement you have with the bells?
I play, and then I am the children's handbell director at our church also.
Okay. And are children normally interested in the bells, or?
They actually are pretty excited. Several of them, you have to be in 2nd grade, so the 1st graders are looking forward to it. The number of kids in the bell choir ranges, I've had as few as 3, in which case I end up playing bells
Right.
also. Right now we have 7 2nd through 5th graders who are out there playing bells almost every Sunday.
Wow. And what do you think they get out of it?
It gives them a sense of accomplishment. They're learning music. For the 2nd and 3rd graders, they're getting ready for playing an instrument. All of them go to FCPS, so they'll
Okay.
be playing an instrument in 4th grade, hopefully.
So that's good prep for them.
Yes, and they work as a team, because if anybody isn't working as a team, it stands out. And then to quote my daughter, when they play in church, it doesn't matter if we're horrible, they think we're cute, they clap, they like it.
It's all good.
It's all good. And that's true. No matter what it sounds like, they clap, the people clap for them, and you can see their little chests puffing out. They're so proud of themselves and that sense of accomplishment. So
And why do you continue to play? What motivates you?
I enjoy it. We practice every Tuesday night between September and May. And I can tell when I haven't practiced. It's my adult time. It's just soothing and relaxing. It's totally different than anything else I do.
Right.
So it breaks the stress. I can tell if I haven't had my bell fix.
Okay. Well, can you teach me to play a song or a note? I don't want to play this one. I don't think I can handle it. But can you teach me how to play a song?
I think I can. So
Okay.
2nd graders can do it. You can do it.
Okay. I believe I can.
That's half the battle, isn't it?
All right.
Alrighty. Let me give you this. This is the C above middle C. It's the one I play.
Okay. So how do I do it?
Okay. Well, you're going to take it and make sure there's a little picture of a bell. Make sure that that is facing you.
Okay.
And then you're going to pretend there's an ice cream scoop on top. And you certainly don't want to drop your ice cream cone on the floor like that.
No.
And then it circles in a circle.
Do that again for me.
And to stop it, you just touch it to your chest, and or you can touch it to your hand to it, since you only have one.
Okay.
And there are lots of different techniques. You can pluck, you can swing it. And another reason to wear gloves is you thumb damp. So there are many different sounds you can get from the bell.
Okay. Well, I can say that I've played the bells if you teach me a song.
Okay. Well, I'll grab this one, and we can do Mary Had a Little Lamb if you want. Okay?
Okay. And you said I'm C.
Your C.
Okay.
So.
I played the bells.
You played the bells.
Yay! That was beautiful. And like the kids say, even if you sound horrible, they're going to think we're cute.
They'll think you're cute.
Smile and clap.
And you have a beautiful smile, so you'll be fine.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your bells with us and your story today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for joining us as well. Have an awesome week, and in the meantime, shine on.